Hey there, welcome back. Welcome to another Victoria 3 Siam playthrough where we are currently building. Let's take a look at our construction queue. We are currently introducing some steel mills into our economy. And before we continue much further, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be really great. And yeah, let's go. We've last couple episodes we've been passing some laws that have really helped out quite a bit. And I think the next one I'd really like to do is start getting some private schools or public schools. But before I do that, I obviously need to work on this bureaucracy deficit over here. That's a bit of an issue right now. But I kind of want to just get some steel mills rumbling along. That way I can increase the quality. Where are we? There we are. Increase the quality and quantity of our tools. I would like to do that. Free up some iron and then potentially make my way into iron frame building. So that is the short goal right now, the short-term goal right now. And we are also getting some furniture manufactories. We always need more of those, because as you can see, these are quite expensive. But things are looking okay for us. Our economy is doing okay. We are almost completely out of debt. We've been steadily working at that for a number of years now. And yeah, so maybe would I like to... maybe I will work towards migration controls. We are currently on closed borders. And the rural folk are the only ones who oppose this. We've steadily, constantly have been doing things that the rural folk do not like, but that's to be expected in a game like this. And that is hurting our technology spread. But I'm not too I'm not too concerned about that right now. Do I want to... I'll take a little bit less authority for now. What does that hurt right now? That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. That'll be done in 4 years. Or just under 5 years. So yeah, we're going to get some steel pretty soon. That's exciting. And once I do that, I will be able to increase the tool production. See, 3 weeks, 2 weeks away. This is almost done. Johor is once again damaging our relations, but that happens yearly, it feels like. We're gaining lots of loyalists, which is nice. Okay, so these steel mills are now... Oh, no, that's textile mills. There we are. The steel mills are now up and running. No one is, of course, even working there because there is no demand for steel. But we will create that demand right now. This says I have a shortage. That is to be expected. People should start filing here pretty soon. But we still have a few more on the way. Yeah, the weekly balance is still negative right now, but it'll change, I'm sure. It's not a big deal. Another thing I would like to do is increase the amount of government admin that we have. We don't have a lot of it right now, so I might bump this up in here, in this province, as well as... Do I not have any? Oh, I do, but they've just been pushed back for so long. Yeah, I think that's them right there. We're working on that. We're working on that. So now, is this still not profitable? It should be profitable. I don't have the water boiler yet. What am I working on for tech right now? We are almost getting railways. That is really nice. Then I can introduce another industry in our economy, as well as creating even more of a need for steel mills. We're getting the steel just at the right time. Benin is now improving our relations. So we're still just working on this weekly balance. It's almost fixed itself there. Our economy is now back to where it was. I don't know why this isn't profitable. There's such a need for it right now. There's literally weekly orders of 154. Both iron and coal are cheap. Pretty soon, it might be time. Yeah, these are... a lot of people are leaving the iron mills now because it's just not profitable. Maybe I should switch this now. I think I will. Oh, wow. Migration controls went in real fast. We are losing a bit of money now, but that's okay. These iron mines should recover pretty quickly. Where are we building it? Okay, so we have more iron mines being built right here. I would really like to go for private schools, but I'm just going to wait till those government admin buildings are built. I can't get multiculturalism yet. We could go for serfdom abolished. The landowners will not like that, and I kind of want to make them a little bit happier right now. I don't want to get that nasty penalty where they basically tank your economy. We still kind of rely on them quite a bit. Hey everybody, welcome back to our Victoria 3 playthrough, where we are currently working on bringing Siam into the modern world. We have risen from a backwater nation and we are almost a top 20 GDP nation. And before we continue, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be really great. And if we look at our construction queue, we can see that we are currently in the process of building steel mills, and that's just in time because we are almost about to get railways as well. So once we get some steel mills running, then we can start creating railways and increase our GDP even further. So in the last episode, I believe we had passed a few laws, some really helpful laws too, with elected bureaucrats we ended up passing, as well as landed voting, I think it was. So we want to continue doing that. I might go and change the border laws actually and go over to migration controls. The only people who do not want that are the rural folk, but once again, we're just gonna have to piss them off a little bit. We seem to be doing that quite regularly, but they're becoming less and less of an issue. As you can see here, peasants are now down to 45%. We have well over 1 million laborers. Slaves are on their way down too. That's really good. Servicemen and machinists and shopkeepers are all on the way up. We still don't have a lot of capitalists, but once we get once we're able to change our to publicly traded buildings, then that'll really change that. So things are going okay for us right now. Yeah, and I can also get the public trams too once we get our railroads up and running, which will be very soon. Tools are, I don't think this is the right time to switch the steel tools right now because tools are not particularly expensive. They're not particularly pricey, and that would honestly ruin the tool industry as well as the iron industry as well. So I think I'm just going to sit tight for that right now, and just continue introducing new industries before we start ramping up our productions. Another thing too is I need to increase our bureaucracy because I really want to get some an actual education system right now. So that might be something to bump up. In fact, I might increase our production here and here as well. They're still down there, I think. They've just been constantly pushed back. Yeah, they're right there. So we'll bump those up at some point. We're doing okay for loyalists. At one point that was a real problem, but we seem to have evened that out almost. And it's still just a bit of a sit tight. It's gonna be a number of years before maybe we can start to expand. I would like to expand in Indonesia here. Maybe wrestle Burma away from the Brits. And at some point I'd like to also take on my my actual rivals, Dainam. But it's going to be a long while before we do that. I am just not ready for that yet. We're still on irregular infantry. I'm not even on line infantry yet. So we got a ways to go. Speaking of which, I should probably get some arms industries going. Where am I doing that? Do I want to do that here, here? Maybe here. Maybe we'll get a little arms industries going just to keep it on the back burner for now. So the steel mills are being worked on as we speak. And as well, I think silk is rather expensive too. But let's take a look at our population. What do they need right now? Grain. Oh, geez, that is really annoying. Tobacco seems to be pretty pricey. Liquor is pricey. Opium is pricey. You know, I might, just to discourage people from buying opium, I might put a luxury tax on opium. That'll help our economy even more. I just want to discourage people from buying it. They don't need opium. We got a little event here. Could go to 20% chance. How angry are the armed forces? Are quite happy, so I'll do that. I'll just piss them off a little bit, up to 31%. I don't think anyone actually works at these right now. There is just no need for it. But we will soon create that need once we get railways. We'll get railways, and then we can build motor industries. And there will be a need for steel. Our GDP per capita is looking pretty good too. And we now have officially a quarter of the population that can both read and write. Which doesn't sound very good, but it's a lot better than what it was. I might, let's see. I might increase our hardwood production. It is rather pricey, so I might do that. Hardwood is now relatively cheap, but that has decreased our overall value of our logging camps here. But I'm okay with that. It's fine. England has now established a colony of South Cameroon. Where is that? I'm not sure where that is. Johor is once again damaging our relations, but I feel like I say that just about every episode. They just really like to do that, I suppose. Okay, our private economy is working on some more glassworks. That's good. As you can see, glass is quite expensive. Why do I have... I forget why I had these iron mines up so high. So I might bump up the lead mines, actually. Put the steel mills back up there. I just want to have the steel mills built. So we're about to get railways here. 14 days. It's going to happen very soon. We'd really like to get migration controls passed. Let's just take a look around the world, see what's happening. Not a whole lot is happening right now. America's still just... Oh, they've swallowed up Texas. But America has not yet to push into Mexico, really. Which is kind of surprising. They're kind of taking their time. It's been 20 years now. And now we have railways. Wonderful. Okay, so I might get a railway going in just about every state. And get a little motor industry as well. We definitely want railways in here because there is a low market access penalty that we've got going on here. We'll just pop that in every province that we have. State, province, whatever word you want to use. Well, eventually we will bump those up. But I want to get a couple of things built first. I kind of want to get these lead mines built so that I can switch to leaded glass. That'll increase our glass production as well as the quality of glass. We have forest glass. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Or it's just made from wood, but it's probably not a very good idea to use that. So now we have migration controls. That's good. Now, I would really like to get private schools. The monks do not oppose or do not support that. But once I can get these, I'm gonna get these lead mines built. Then I will bump up the government admin buildings. Once I do that, I will look towards getting an actual education system in our country. And we'll get some migration attracting. And now we have crystal glass. Wonderful. Okay, so we're just working on finishing off some of these ones over here. These will open up new laws for us. Then after that, could go to currency standards, or I might stick with production. Could go for this, but I don't know if I want to go for that just yet. I kind of want to get baking powder, honestly. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we need when it comes along. I still don't know if I want to prioritize the military. We are getting Napoleonic warfare in about 12 to 16 weeks. I'm going to weaken the landowners with this. Hopefully not make them too angry. They are sitting at +3, so we're not getting any penalties from that. I really don't want to go down to -5. So once you get that, they basically will hamper your economy. And they still have a very, very big influence over things right now. We look at our population here. But the peasants, we're chipping away at peasants. We don't have that many peasants. Or not nearly as many as we used to. Still almost half the population is. But we're getting more and more laborers. And that credit is now almost gone. We're at 80,000 in credit. Just under 80,000 now. We have almost no interest. No interest penalties. But I would really like to actually start saving up some money before I bump up to this. I know this is going to hurt. So now we have the steel mills being built. They'll just sit there for a while. I mean, there's really no purpose for them right now. I just kind of want to have them built. Once tools start getting a little bit pricier, I might switch over. And now we have an election. Do we want to reform our government? No, I don't think so. I'm going to keep it the way it is. It's at 84. It's doing fine. The intelligentsia want to join the agrarian party. Really? Ugh. No. I don't think so. We can support more interest now. I think I might support interest in Indonesia. Main reason is I kind of want to move in here. They have sulfur in here, as well as some gold mines. And I think there are some lead mines here. Are there not? I thought there was. Let's see. I thought there would be lead. But I might swallow these up. I might swallow Johor at some point. Because I am going to need more lead at some point for sure. If we're gonna switch over to crystal or leaded glass, or do we want to go lead? Probably go over to leaded glass for now. I don't really have that much lead in our country right now. Economy's doing pretty solid. In fact, I might increase our construction even more. Let's just get one going in there. We will bump that to the front real fast. Okay. I really like this. This is looking good right here. We're actually in the positive now of bureaucracy. So pretty soon, once we get one of those government buildings built, we will then make the switch to private schools. I don't think it'll be too hard. The industrials are very much in favor of that. So in about 10 weeks now, these lead mines will be built. How many? We have about 4. We will have 4 glassworks to switch from. That'll free up some wood, as well as create a need for lead. Well, 8 weeks now. Could switch to rail transport. Ooh, yes, I will also go to the atmospheric engine pump. And let's see. Yeah, we already switched all this over. That's actually a really good thing to go for. Maybe I will line that up. Canneries. We'll just add that to the queue. Having good food industries are always good. They always seem to make a lot of money. And we're just about out of credit now. We're just about working our way after all this time. It's been a couple of decades now, I think. But we're just about working our way out of credit. Out of debt. So the lead mines are officially built. So I think I will make the switch over to leaded glass. Should not be a problem. These should start to recruit people. There we are. tools are getting pricey. It might be soon time to make the switch over. Napoleonic warfare is in our nation now. Our GDP has now reached 7 million. And yes, we now have lots of leaded glass. In fact, we might also switch to porcelain as well. Dyes are now quite expensive, so I might bump those up as well. And our dye plantations are on the way. Now lead is super cheap. Maybe we'll increase the demand even more. Should we go to crystal glass? I think I might. Whoa, glass is super expensive. Yeah, I think I have to go to crystal glass. We have 2 more lead mines on the way. We're making decent cash now. We have some gold reserves. How about that? Oh, I hate all of them. Definitely don't want pop attraction for any of these. But since the rural folk are not in the government, maybe I'll go for the rural folk pop attraction. That seems like it would be the least harmful. Now, I would like to go to serfdom abolished, but I just want the landowners to be a little bit happier. I just want them to be a little bit happier. So we are going to bump up. First, maybe I will also bump up the government admin buildings. Then we'll pump up the lead mines. There we go. That looks good. And at some point, we're going to have to get these railways and motor industries going too. Let's see what our private constructions are working on. Some livestock and some more tooling workshops. Okay. Our GDP has almost cracked the top 20. Our standard of living is almost exactly where it was at the beginning. It started at 9.7. We are at 9.6. And we're now losing radicals at a pretty fast rate. So that is really nice. This province here, does it still hate us? Oh no, that now it seems to have fixed itself. Because there was a long time where they just hated us so much down here. Probably similar culture to these guys here. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, so we're making some decent cash now. I might add some more construction. Get that throughput bonus. Bump that to the top. I always like to get the construction constructed right away. Now we have empiricism. Okay. This is going good. Would really like to get rid of serfdom. But I just want maybe the landowners get to like a 10 in happiness. We'll just wait a little bit on that. Now we are constructing some dye plantations. which we need for our glassworks. So our glassworks are now using much more dye, so our dye is going through the roof. Our price of dyes are going through the roof here. But glass is doing a lot better. It was getting really pricey for a while there. It is not fully employed either. So once these dye plantations are built, then the government admins are built, then I'm going to get then we're going to get our railway industry going. That'll be something that needs to happen. Okay. Well, things are looking okay. We're almost in the top 20 there. I don't know if I'm going to play this all the way to 1936. I don't know if my PC can handle it. I mean, like, I feel like once I get to the 21st century, in this new version as well, like it just slows down so much. So I might just try to get like a top 10, top 5 GDP nation and just call it a game. That might be the goal here. Is there anybody else we can make happy? Yeah, France likes us. England likes us. Austria, they got nothing to do with us. Russia, I don't know. Maybe the British Raj. Just for the sake of it, I don't know. I mean, they're vassals to England, but it might be a good idea in the long run. Okay, so we are getting some dye plantations going now. Now we are... What are we working on now? Okay, so we got some government admin going. Once this is done, maybe I want to start this now. Do I want to start this now? I might do that. Let's get this going now. This says we are going to be losing... We're going to have a bureaucratic shortfall if that law passes. That is totally understandable. But we are working on it as we speak. And that will no doubt use even more paper. Which, so yeah, once these government admin buildings are built, I am definitely going to bump up those railways. Those need to be built pronto. We have a decent amount of gold reserves now. That is really nice. Let's say what our limit is, 1.46 million. That is the amount that we could possibly have in reserve. Six years. That's going to be a while. Might go to currency standards. Maybe I'll add currency standards to that. But I would also like to stick to the production methods as well. It says 3 years. We're now getting army reserves coming in. Do we still have that penalty for, No, okay, so we literally do not have a single penalty right now. The rural folk have calmed down somewhat. We now have more loyalists than radicals. That is really nice. And our standard of living is almost at 10. We're now losing authority. Is that because the law that we passed here? Is that why? No? Why are we losing authority all of a sudden? I'm not sure why. Siamese Malaysia is also have a bit of an infrastructure problem. We're building too much here. That's why the railways are going to be even more important. So now that that last government admin building is being built, why don't I bump these all up like so? Get that government admin building going. The Siamese Laos earthquake. 2 years. Okay. That's not a big deal. That's fine. That's not a big deal. That'll only be 30 months longer. So now I think we have enough bureaucracy to handle the private schools. The homie is now improving our relations. Tools are not terribly expensive. But I don't want to destroy the iron mine industry. That's what that would do, essentially. But then again, this would create a much higher need for iron. But I'm just not ready. We're doing okay without it. I mean, once we start making the switch over here, that will bump our GDP considerably. And now we are working on railways. That is really great. Well, please be a good event. That helps enactment time. Okay. How are the armed forces are now just okay with us? I mean, enactment time's fine, I suppose. But I would have liked to have increased our chances. Our private economy is building another tool workshop here. We now have medical degrees unlocked. We could increase something. I might go for colonial affairs right now, since our radical issue is not really a thing. I might try to get the colonial affairs in order so that we... Oh, England really kind of balked us in there, didn't they? So I need quinine technology. Where do we get that from? Is that a production thing, or is that a society thing? I think that is a society thing, is it not? Yeah. So we need to we need to work our way down there. It's going to be a while before we can actually colonize these areas. England is just so much faster at colonizing us than us. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's unfortunate. Our tiny little colony over here. That's it. Well, I think I am going to put a cut in here for now. We are currently working on getting some railways going. We passed another law and working on another one. This one would be really great to pass. So I'm going to put a cut in here. Things are going okay. We finally have some gold reserves, which is really, really great. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.